So it looks like to me that Nikola is finally gaining a lot of momentum when it comes to signing more and more companies to their letter of intents. In this video, I'll be breaking down the latest truck orders announced by Nikola, share the groundbreaking news this company released just today, and at the end, I'll analyze the stock price to get an idea for where it could be headed in the short term. But before we get into it, guys, make sure to drop me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're seeing a record number of companies over the past few weeks finally sign orders from Nikola to buy their battery electric and fuel cell electric trucks, and I definitely think this is a very big validation for this company. And to add fuel to the fire, we just had Nikola come out with some fantastic news where California approved their Tre BEV as a zero emissions vehicle. This is truly a massive accomplishment because this opens up Nikola's customers to get a $120,000 incentive per truck that they buy from Nikola. And as we all know, costs are some of the biggest criteria that companies look for when they look to invest in tractor trailers. And by far the most exciting part is that they mentioned that the Nikola Tre BEV has the highest range out of all the other electric trucks that are under this incentive program. If you guys go to the HVIP website, you can see that these are all the trucks that are currently under that Class 8 segment that are receiving that $120,000 incentive. As you guys can see, most of these trucks are from companies that already have gasoline trucks on the road. And the Nikola Tre BEV beats out the range for every single one of these trucks, including this Volvo VNR electric. And another critical thing you might notice is that the Tre BEV from Nikola is one of only 2 cab-over designs for Class 8 trucks. The traditional long-nose design of these trucks right here are definitely something that have been the tradition for the past couple of decades in America, but as we all know, now that you don't need that internal combustion engine and you're focusing primarily on this battery-focused drivetrain, you don't really need that very long hood. And the elimination of that long hood saves you a lot of weight, it saves you a lot of aerodynamics, and obviously saves you a lot of visibility. And that is exactly one of the big reasons for why I think the Nikola Tre BEV will appeal very well to customers in California. As we all know, California has some of the worst traffic across the entire country, but also across the entire world. And that is exactly one of the big reasons why this design should appeal to more and more customers in the port areas of California. And it's safe to say that there are a lot of companies in California that do all this trucking stuff because at the end of the day, they need to ship the cargo from these ports that come in from the western side of the world inland. And obviously, since the width of California is not that long, the Tre BEV's range of 350 miles should really appeal a lot to customers. For example, if you look at the Kenworth T680, which is another Class 8 truck that's released by one of the most popular manufacturers in the United States, this truck is expected to cost around $169,000, which means that if the Tre BEV from Nikola costs maybe, let's say, $40,000 to $50,000 more because of its electric powertrain, that brings up the estimated cost for the Tre BEV to be around, let's say, $200,000 to $220,000. And with the $120,000 incentive, that brings the cost down for the Tre BEV to be around $80,000 to $70,000. And obviously, that is much cheaper than investing in an internal combustion engine truck like this T680. And so for me, this approval for Nikola's Tre BEV from the Californian incentive program is a very bullish signal for Nikola and should significantly expand these guys' customer base over the next few months. Obviously, I don't need to go over all the hate this company has gone over the past couple of years and all the skepticism around this business and the leaders of this company. But I do have to say that right now, these companies that are coming out and reaching out to Nikola to buy their trucks and signing these LOIs is a very bullish signal because unlike a lot of other pre-revenue companies in the market right now, Nikola is finally gaining some market traction. The most recent order comes from a company by the name of Covenant Logistics Group, which signed a letter of intent to buy around 50 Tre BEVs and 50 Tre FCEVs, and these are expected to be delivered in the second quarter of this year, which in my opinion is a perfect timeline because we've already had 3 or 4 other customers who want to get their trucks delivered in the first quarter. And I think if supply chain issues get better, we should definitely see more and more production from these guys, and these timelines could definitely be pushed earlier. But this specific order is definitely very significant because Covenant is by far one of the biggest trucking companies in North America, and they've had a very big initiative to make sure that their carbon emissions are very low. And as we all know, this was not the only order that came out from Nikola this year. We also had a company called Saia come out and intend to buy around 100 trucks from Nikola, which is going to be a mix of their Tre BEV and their Tre FCEV. And the thing I'm most excited about is the fact that these LOIs include a demonstration program, which is expected to happen before these trucks are actually delivered. And since obviously these trucks are expected to be delivered in the first quarter, these demonstration programs could act as a very big catalyst for Nikola stock. Because obviously there's going to be a lot of media coverage and a lot of attention from press releases and articles about what this company is doing through these demonstration programs. And if these are successful, that's going to be a very big validation for Nikola. And obviously that's going to be the next gateway for these trucks to actually go into customers' hands. Now you guys already know my take. I definitely believe that Nikola has a very good working truck in the BEV side right now, and Sandy Munro and some of the other people that went out to Nikola's Coolidge factory to test these trucks out definitely agree with me. So there's no doubt in my mind that these companies are going to be very happy with the way these trucks operate, and that is going to lead to a lot of validation and a lot of attention from other potential customers. And I think a critical thing many people are overlooking about all these orders is that Nikola is not the one reaching out to these companies to buy their trucks. These companies are taking time out of their own busy days and schedules to reach out to Nikola to buy these trucks. As a matter of fact, Kim Brady and Mark Russell already said in their past couple of earnings reports that Nikola is already getting a lot of attention from a lot of prospective customers. Now, obviously, most of the short sellers and skeptics kind of threw that out of the window and really did not take it seriously, but it's pretty clear that now that these customers are actually reaching out to Nikola and signing these agreements, that Nikola is not lying. So not only is this a fundamentally good thing for the business and the financial future of this company, but it's also a big validation about the honesty of Nikola's management team. On top of Covenant and Saia, we also had USA Truck come out and order around 10 Nikola Tre B EVs through their Thompson truck centers. And again, this only shows how strong the Nikola service dealer network has become and just how big of an asset this investment has become. As you guys can see, this specific LOI agreement is coined as a fleet as a service model, where Thompson will basically provide some sales, service, and maintenance for these trucks. And this company has also said that on top of these 10 initial trucks, these guys also have the option to order an additional 90 trucks from Nikola over the next couple of years, which basically brings up the total LOI order count at a potential of 100. And as you guys can see, USA Truck has around 2,000 driving team members in the United States, with the nation's largest over-the-road truckload carriers and brokers. So it's safe to say that USA Truck reaching out to Nikola and reaching out to Thompson truck centers and trusting Nikola for these trucks is definitely a very good deal. As far as the share price is concerned, I'm generally very happy with the way that Nikola stock has been moving. Now, generally, I don't really look at the intraday action of a stock, but over the past couple of weeks, and especially at the end of December, we've seen a significant amount of volume pour into Nikola stock. And unlike a lot of other EV stocks and a lot of other small cap stocks, Nikola stock has generally been holding up really well. I mean, instead of making lower lows, the stock has actually made a higher low to around this $9 to $10 region. And as you guys can see, this is kind of forming this nice bullish flag pattern, which means that if we break out of this $11 resistance level, we could see a very nice move to around this $15 level very fast. And as you guys can already see, the stock has already had a very big history of squeezing very aggressively in the past, and I would not be surprised if that is exactly what happens again. If you guys look at these two price action areas right here, this is when the stock made a higher low after selling off very aggressively. And as you guys can see, whenever the stock did make a higher low, the stock ended up rallying very aggressively for the following couple of months. And that was the same thing we witnessed in October and November. But anyways guys, make sure to drop me a thumbs up if you found some value from this video. Let me know down in the comment section below how many shares of Nikola do you guys own and whether or not you're buying more right now. And I know this video is a little bit more lenient, so let me know if you guys enjoy this video style. But anyways guys, hope you enjoyed this video and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.